Dillon Gabriel. Comment about entertainers and competitors wasn't about Shedeur Sanders. Browns quarterback Dillon Gabriel sparked discussion after a halftime interview Saturday, where he distinguished between entertainers and competitors, suggesting his focus is solely on competition. When pressed about the comment, particularly concerning its possible implication toward fellow rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, Gabriel clarified his statement. Gabriel emphasized his unwavering support for his team and denied any intention to slight Sanders. He reiterated that his comment referred to the media as entertainers, acknowledging their role while maintaining his own focus on his competitive responsibilities as a player. The context of the comments arose from a situation where Sanders started the first preseason game due to Gabriel's hamstring injury. Now, with both quarterbacks sidelined by injuries, they're both expected to be behind veteran Joe Flacco on the official depth chart once the season begins. Gabriel's comments, though initially interpreted by some as a slight towards Sanders, ultimately highlight the competitive atmosphere within the team and the different roles individuals play within the organization.
In our next story, Israel prepares to move Palestinians to southern Gaza as Israelis urge mass protest over war. Israel is preparing to relocate Palestinians from northern Gaza to the south in advance of a planned military offensive in densely populated areas. The Israeli military has announced the resumption of aid supplies, including tents and shelter materials, but has not specified a timeline for the population transfer. This action comes amidst international condemnation from several nations recognizing a Palestinian state and criticizing Prime Minister Netanyahu's offensive plans. Meanwhile, families of Israeli hostages held in Gaza are calling for a nationwide day of stoppage on Sunday, expressing deep frustration and fear for their loved ones' safety. The families are pleading for a negotiated end to the conflict, echoing similar calls from former Israeli military and intelligence officials. Recent videos showing emaciated hostages under duress have heightened anxieties and fueled calls for action. The humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to worsen. An Israeli airstrike killed a baby girl and her parents, raising concerns about civilian casualties. The ongoing conflict has also resulted in over 250 deaths from malnutrition, and the United Nations is warning of unprecedented levels of starvation. Access to aid remains severely hampered by Israeli restrictions and the overwhelming needs of the population. The staggering death toll, with at least 61,897 reported deaths in Gaza according to the Hamas-run health ministry and over 1,700 deaths while seeking aid, underscores the desperate situation on the ground. The conflict, which began with a Hamas attack last October, shows no signs of imminent resolution.
In our next story, Man City 4-0 Wolves, August 16, 2025, game analysis. Manchester City launched their Premier League title bid with a resounding 4-0 victory over Wolves. Erling Haaland scored twice, showcasing his continued prolificacy, while new signings Tijani Reinders and Ryan Cherki also found the back of the net, contributing significantly to the win. Reinders, in particular, impressed with a standout performance, assisting on both of Haaland's goals and scoring one himself, suggesting he could be a valuable addition to the team. The match also saw the debut of goalkeeper James Trafford, with Ederson absent due to illness. Other notable events included the return of John Stones to the defense and the appearance of new signing Ryan Ait-Nouri against his former club. Wolves paid tribute to their late former striker, Diogo Jota, before the game. City dominated possession but initially struggled to create clear-cut chances. However, Reinders' brilliance changed the game, providing an assist for Haaland's first goal and then scoring a superb goal himself within minutes. Cherki later added a fourth, solidifying City's comfortable win. While Wolves had a few moments of pressure, their attempts were thwarted by City's defense and offside calls. Despite a slightly weaker second half, manager Pep Guardiola expressed satisfaction with the result, highlighting the strong performances of the new signings and the overall positive aspects of the match. Reinders himself expressed his excitement about joining City and his ambition to win trophies with the club.
In our next story, NFL preseason Week 2 schedule, live updates, scores, highlights. Dolphins Quinn Ewers tosses first TD. The second week of NFL preseason games saw several key developments. Cleveland Browns' third-round pick, Dillon Gabriel, made his debut, showing efficiency with 13 of 18 passes for 143 yards but also struggling with turnovers, including a pick six. This performance leaves his position on the depth chart uncertain.
The Indianapolis Colts quarterback battle between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson continued. While Richardson led a touchdown drive, Jones' performance appeared smoother, with longer completions and a successful scoring drive. Though close, Jones edged out Richardson in this matchup. Another standout performance came from New England Patriots rookie Tre'Veyon Henderson. Building on his impressive Week 1 kickoff return, Henderson continued to showcase his explosiveness with a touchdown run in limited playing time, solidifying his potential for a significant role in the Patriots' backfield. The remaining Week 2 preseason games offered further insights into team strategies and player performances, with updates available in our live blog.
In our next story, State Department halts visas for people from Gaza, NPR. The U.S. State Department has announced a temporary halt to all visitor visas for individuals from Gaza, citing a need for a thorough review of its medical humanitarian visa program. This decision affects a small number of visas, primarily facilitating the evacuation of injured children and their families for medical treatment in the U.S., often through organizations like Heal Palestine. The pause follows unsubstantiated claims by far-right activist Laura Loomer alleging that these visas are facilitating mass immigration and posing a threat to national security. These accusations have been strongly condemned by groups like the Council on American Islamic Relations, CARE, who highlight the ethical obligation of the U.S. to provide medical assistance to those in need, particularly amidst the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The timing of the visa suspension is particularly concerning given the dire situation in Gaza. Over 60,000 Palestinians have died since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, and widespread food shortages are causing further suffering, including severe malnutrition among tens of thousands of women and children. The State Department's review of the visa process is underway, but its duration remains uncertain, leaving the fate of those seeking urgent medical care in limbo amidst a devastating humanitarian crisis.